Meth Pirates, Lost Souls by Keith Richard Leyva. Copyright 2021. God save the ancient mariner from the fiends that plague thee thus. Why lookest thou so? With my crossbow I shot the albatross. Notes 2002-2006. Gold. Need all info. Mine safe. Platinum. Need star and sun. Find manifest. Somewhere close. The old black book. Inventory. Intelligence? No. Silver pieces. Break out? No. Change flag. Direction? No. Compass rose. Secret password. Break flagging for special treatment. No special interest. Nasty schooner patrol. Kept a torch lit. Inventory postponement optimization. Reg rendering. Bring flag. Probably jolly. Soon, matey, aye. Soon, matey, aye, soon. More ink. 30 trips, Captain. Have been now very careful, we pirates. Said, arg, yea, he says he. Arg, indeed. Yea, verily, says I. He says, 'tis true, and begins his tale. Thunderous bells begin their chamber. Puckered papyrus logs the lost thoughts written in the hand of the first mate, trusted one of these mud-mired 9, in blackest ink, siphoned from the sack of the Kraken.
Inequality slumbered. Never held light, but a reflection thereof. Below decks, worn through. Very scabbered. Tough, though.
forceful gale, the mighty seas
rolled forth,
from on high,
sent on missions from on high,
jagged cliffs themselves rising,
from the murk
the
below,
dawn of men,
the dawn of men, the dusk of
deep
knowledge,
hollows bringing forth,
dewy veils and monuments rigid,
coins,
jade-carved coins, ancient indeed as the dust rolled round,
fires from an age here
present,
the seething red
stoked to the seething red glow, the iron to burn the corporeal source.
God's own mouth declared the
wages of the heart,
land.
taxed upon green land.
Becomes new and reason
melts, giving way to civilization.
Now beyond turmoil,
the sea-strewn earth, green rolling hills, on some islands, sugar cane, vast open fields of sugar cane. And lo, there were pirates which came into the world, and they stole from the world that which was stolen. The innocents remembered only outside of time, and this was the dark degeneration they followed. And thereby they trod upon his throne, and thus they were shod thereupon the earth. A walker thereby, her stalwart countenance, bread and wine brought forth, put them all to rapt attention. Our ships were craft of forest timbers cut by swift river's edge, fitted wood and wet pitch-brushed planks, ribs nail-hammered to bind the skeleton to skin, sinewy ropes to lash masts, and a thought to fill the sail. Woodwork, worm-eaten and worn, split and stained with wine spilled long ago. Sea-growth weeds stuck upon submerged strakes, scraping barnacles. Unwelcome work for old seven-toothed Sven. And then there were the captains, the seven sons made lords by the covenant of Man. And this covenant was kept between only the king and the seven daughters. It could only be handed down between captains by fatherly knowledge. And the fathers all had angels, whose breath fell from the sun like rays of golden thought. The seven sons of heaven were each brothers, bound by the flesh of the mother, men, tough thieves, glib liars, fighting men, murderous pirates, fond of flesh, loyal to none, fed by savagery. But above the sons and above the daughters was the true angel of heaven, who was and still is the daughter of light. And as a master of infinities, she keeps watch, following herself over herself, and can never be impurity. And she keeps a keen watch over the progression of eternities, and her watch is ceaseless over the ages, and is one of unrelenting teeth, and it is without darkness. She is now mankind's daughter of infinite shine. Our daughter of infinite shine from her celestial navigations sailed for Earth 400 years, the voyage, arduous to the point of tears. Born of herself in repeating sevens, captain and crew, daughter and mother, with intimate self-knowledge. Driven by hopeful contemplation of golden shores and harvest fruitful and new fauna, she persevered. When at last the Odyssey found its end, there yet was no mirth on the shore she claimed. The stones she found stood as they did the first time, as they did each time thereafter. Though the ruins were new, they remained unchanged, gravestones planted for dead men whose breath only waits to be repeated. Great wretchedness was her lot, immeasurable. The sea, with no bed and with no end. Here now her flag is planted, the banner wrought of rivalry, the winner of which lays claim to only her brief attention. Here now she is admiral over the promise of the earth. And what then is treasure?
The seas, however, Slüüka, whose name no man could pronounce, and who had 7 arms and who ate people, also had 7 batters, for she was the batter of no man, and neither yet original. Civilization's banner shining with unusual yet pure light. Slüüka, sailing adrift, in the white caps, feeding, through ages upon the hope of man, leaving rent and rugged skin for her sails. The 7 diamond daughters blaze and shine, naming us Slüüka's 7 batters. One batter held her hunger, one batter held her hunt, one batter held her slaughter, one batter held her feast, one batter held her gratification, one batter held her flesh, and the last batter held her light, which would broil a man's blood in a blinding flash.
Most pirates eat delicately flavored shark. And how come we got a shortage of women? While at the helm or in quarters, she masters the vast, heaving oceans, roiling seas, and her mutinous crew and vessel quickly turn. Her only nemesis, the king's sun-driven galleons, ever chasing her chosen course. The king, ever watchful, pursuing the prodigal daughter, whether well or woe befall her. Driven by lusty greed, the crew have their choice of the sea king's prison. Exiled, she sails round the wide waters, far from his highness's gilded crown. And his majesty's seated hills now lay barren in her fertile mansions. The judgment of fault upon our beloved captain and queen, having usurped the root of the king's power, she yielded then to her own wayward will, owing no loyalty to kin, yet shipmates she holds close. Oh, to sail new seas, virgin territory, and gain entry to the interior savage lands, as civilized gods to dim eyes. Her ship on course, neither seeking nor returning to friendly harbors, their favor always lost. They must take the unaware, always dodging the horizon. Times ago, favor in his court, till intelligent knowledge showed her king to be insane. A thieving king, reigning above the obsequious, and neither a gentleman among men. Goodness in heaven, order in hell. For a mortal twixt two is a spring. Fucking sport is a king. And if so, then our king is nothing. Smothering decay and pestilences plague thrived in dungeons covered by no castle. Tears rent by tears, through and through, twice over as many times. From cradle to cradle she was passed, though no failing was found. Merely leaden heaviness overpressed. The stone weighed down, though upwards moved, levitated by the same crib, so that the sun was replaced. The stone gives no light. Rope, wind, and arse holes, freedom, but at what cost? Somber, sands morbid, she continued, naked and above men, naked and above even God himself. The torment of breasts upon man and beast, stone and metal for cloth, pause for seething thoughts, though man perceiveth only Mother Earth. The Crimson Path. Daughter of the Jolly Rogers told her captain, remembering, the Crimson Path is the way, whether to gold and fame or treasures more sure, 'tis the bloody course that men must follow, for women lead the way. Take delight, though not mirth, it cuts all through and leads all to Our Lady of Infinite Shine. At this point, the Lord of the Hall upon the dais spoke, ears gathered round to agree upon the point. Easily acquired is the amount for redemption, though penitence, absolution, and forgiveness come by with much hardness, whilst the heart is softened with pity. Darkness from eyes perceived, usually denied at the gate, announced and also led upon the dais, Our Lady Daisy raised for speech. Spoke of fellatio on the horizon and a tranquil sea, lips parted, poised for lips, palsy for kisses, the price of treasure.